parents that drop their kids off at school, the elementary school in the morning, were not going to be able to see them again. That was the last time they saw their kids.
Painful words as the U.S. struggles to comprehend yet another senseless act of violence. The death toll from today's mass shooting at a Texas elementary school has risen to 19 children and 2 adults. Marks the deadliest shooting at a U.S. grade school since a gunman killed 20 children and 6 adults at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut almost 10 years ago. Tonight, local gun control advocates are now sounding the alarm. Volunteer leaders with the Indiana chapter for Moms Demand Action, Jennifer Hahn, says that she's afraid of where the country is headed.
We see it every night on the news that young people are accessing firearms and young people are killing other young people. That has to end. And the way that ends is through strong gun policy that doesn't punish the everyday gun owner who would like to have one for home protection. That's not a hoop to jump through in order to follow these regulations. And gun laws that are just based in common sense. That's what we need. And it is not common sense to have children shot in their classroom.
Hahn says she knows new laws won't completely end the violence, but that making guns less accessible to young people and people dealing with mental health issues will make a big difference. Now, members of Indiana's delegation to D.C. also showing their support for those affected by the mass shooting in Texas. Congressman Andre Carson saying, "I'm heartbroken by this horrific act of violence and praying for every victim." A nation that witnesses multiple shootings at elementary schools and doesn't change its gun laws is a nation that has lost its way. We must enact life-saving reforms immediately. In other news tonight, an Iraqi citizen is charged with conspiring to kill former President George W. Bush. His name is Shahab Ahmed Shahab. Federal authorities say he entered the country in 2020. FBI agents say Shahab planned to smuggle other Iraqi nationals through the Texas-Mexico border to help him kill former President Bush. The FBI report says Shahab worked at a market in Indianapolis but doesn't give a specific address. The indictment says that he lived in both Indianapolis and Columbus, Ohio, and would travel between the two cities regularly. The FBI arrested Shahab this morning, and he appeared in federal court this afternoon. The former president's office responded to the threat, saying President Bush has all the confidence in the world in the United States Secret Service and our law enforcement and intelligence communities.